Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. I want to start off by saying thank you to all of our Booster Club members for your many donations and much more, your prayers. We visited faraway countries and strange lands. We've even spoken to dignitaries and were detained for spreading the glorious gospel in Cuba. The truth is that the descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel were scattered throughout the world. Help us on our journey as we continue to raise up the nation of Israel. 12 tribes worldwide. Join or donate today. Shalom.
Unity. Apostles. Yeah. One body, one mind. One mind, one spirit. One spirit, one mind. Gotta make the world feel it. One body, one mind. One mind, one spirit. One spirit, one mind. Gotta make the world feel it. One body, one mind. One mind, one spirit. One spirit, one mind.
How do I lay up treasures in heaven? All right, that's a good question. That's a good question. Let's see. Go to the book of Luke, chapter 12. We ain't gonna be long on this because I wanna go with something anyway. I was gonna make this a class, but nah, we ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna go with something. Go to Luke chapter 12, verse 34. Read that.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 12 and verse 34. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
So God says, wherever your treasure is, you understand what a treasure is. A treasure is something that you value. A treasure is something that you hold dear to your heart. It's just like a will or your life savings. Those are treasures. Or your desires. Your treasures go into your desires. God says, for wherever your treasure is, there will your heart be also. All right? So, go to Matthew 6:21. I'm going to read it again, Matthew 6:21. I like that one. Start from verse 19.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 19.
Go ahead.
Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth.
God says, lay not up for yourself treasures upon earth. A lot of our times we put our whole life purpose on something vain. Something that is going to eventually be destroyed. It's just like we save up all our money. We break the Sabbath to work on Saturday. Because you know, Saturday you get time and a half.
Yeah.
And you get a weekend pay. And you just deliberately break the Sabbath to go make your money so that you can buy you a Mercedes Benz. Or buy you a 3-story house. Or get you that $2,000 Rolex. You breaking God's commandments to go after your treasure. What it say? You're laying up for yourselves treasures upon earth. Read on.
Where moth and rust doth corrupt.
Because all that stuff going to eventually wither away. Read on.
And where thieves break through and steal.
Thieves can break through your house and steal your safe, steal what's in the safe, steal your life savings. You just spent all this sin of breaking God's commandments to get this Mercedes Benz, and the next week you come out and the Mercedes Benz gone. Somebody done stole it. So you done did all that sin to get us something that was capable of being stolen. Read on.
But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven.
Lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. Read.
Where neither moth nor rust does corrupt. And where thieves do not break through nor steal.
Go ahead.
For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Where your treasure is, that's where your heart's going to be. So if your treasure is in breaking the commandments, working on a Sabbath, your treasure in money, your treasure in women, your treasure is in hating your brother, your treasure is in you love your kids over God, that's where your heart's going to be. And what that means is that you're going to eventually turn on God for that treasure. You're going to turn on God to achieve that treasure. Matthew 13:44. Then we're going to go there. Matthew 13, verse 44.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 13 and verse 44.
Go ahead.
Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure.
Like unto what?
Treasure.
Like unto treasure. The kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure. Read on.
Hid in a field.
Go ahead.
The which when a man has found, he hideth.
Mm-hmm.
And for joy thereof goes and selleth all that he hath.
Go ahead.
And buyeth that field.
God says the kingdom of heaven is like, what is it? The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure hid in the field. That which when a man had found, he hide the treasure in the field and then buys the field. So that what? Nobody else can get the treasure. That's what it means. You store your treasure in heaven. What is that going to do? Your works. That's going to your commitment, your faith, to where nobody can ever take that away. Nobody can ever buy that. It's more than that. Go to the book. Now go to Matthew 19. Go to Matthew 19, verse 21.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19 and verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus said unto him, if thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast,
mm-hmm,
and give to the poor.
Now you gotta understand, Jesus is talking to this young man. This young man confessed to the Lord that he keeps all the commandments. Matter of fact, let's read that. Go up to verse 17.
Verse 17.
Gotta read a little quick.
And he said unto him, why callest thou me good?
Go ahead.
There is none good but one, that is God.
That is God.
But if thou wilt enter into life,
mm-hmm,
keep the commandments.
So Christ told this young man to keep the commandments, right? Go ahead.
He said unto him, which Jesus said, thou shalt do no murder.
Thou shalt not do no murder.
Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Thou shalt not steal.
Don't steal.
Thou shalt not bear false witness.
Go ahead.
Honor thy father and thy mother.
Mm-hmm.
And thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Watch this. Go ahead.
The young man said
Watch
to
what the
him,
young man said to Christ. Read.
all these things have I kept from my youth.
So the man said, Christ, I've done all that. I haven't committed adultery. I've done all of those commandments that you spoke of, Christ. I did all that. Read on.
What lack I yet?
What do I lack? Watch what Christ told him. Read.
Jesus said unto him, if thou wilt be perfect.
If thou would be perfect, I let you know it's possible to be perfect. If thou would be perfect, read on.
Go and sell that thou hast, and give to the poor.
Read.
And thou shalt have treasure in heaven.
And thou shalt what?
Have treasure in heaven.
Thou shalt what?
Have treasure in heaven.
God says, go sell what you got to give to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in heaven. Watch this. Read on.
And come and follow me.
And do what?
Come and follow me.
Watch verse 22. Read on.
But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions.
So where was his treasure at? His treasure was on earth. He had great possessions. What the Lord was telling him was, you have the spirit of covetousness. That's what the Lord was telling him. He said, hey, you want to be perfect, young man? Go sell everything you got to give to the poor, and you're going to have treasure in heaven. The Lord was telling him, hey, you still deal with this covetous spirit. Get rid of it, and you're going to be perfect. Don't worry. You got treasure in heaven. What he did, he went away sorrowful. He was pissed. He didn't want to give nothing away. But Christ said, you want to be perfect, you're going to store up your treasures in heaven and not on earth. Go to the book of Proverbs 2 and 4.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 2 and verse 4.
Go ahead.
If thou seekest her as silver,
If thou seekest her as silver, let's see who the her is. Verse 2. Start at verse 1. Very quick.
Proverbs 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee,
Go ahead.
so that thou incline thine ear into wisdom.
Unto what?
Into wisdom.
Unto wisdom. Go ahead.
And apply thine heart to understanding.
Incline to wisdom and incline to understand and apply understanding. Read on.
Yea, if thou criest after knowledge.
After knowledge.
And lifted up thy voice for understanding.
Watch this.
If thou seekest her as
the
silver.
her is the knowledge and understanding. The her is the wisdom. If thou seekest her as silver, go ahead.
And stretcheth.
And searches.
Searches for her as for hid treasures.
As for what?
Hid treasures.
As for hid treasures. Read on.
Then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord, and find the knowledge of God.
So the treasure that you should be storing up is the wisdom, the understanding, right? Going into the knowledge. So you got the works, you got your faith, the wisdom, understanding that you have. God says, store it up in heaven. Because when you fulfill all of this, then you're going to be perfect. And your treasure is going to be in heaven waiting on you. Isaiah 33 and 6.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and verse 6.
Go ahead.
And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. The reason why we able to be stable here in the truth in America is due to God's wisdom and knowledge. Go ahead.
And strength of salvation.
Read.
The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Is this what?
Is his treasure.
The fear of the Lord is your treasure. So all these things you store, you storing up in heaven. You get ready. The fear of the Lord is your treasure. Not an overabundance of money. Not an overabundance of worldly things. God says the fear of the Lord is your treasure. So keeping the commandments is your treasure. Not murmuring, not gossiping is your treasure. Putting in the work is your treasure. So when you laying up treasure in heaven, you got to put in the work. You got to keep the commandments. You got to stop with the murmuring. Stop with the evil speaking. Stop with the hating of your husband. Stop with the hating of your wife. You got to stop that stuff, man. If you want to be perfect. Like Christ said, if you want to be perfect, you know what you're dealing with. You know what you love to do. You know you're a gossiper, you're a murmurer. You know you're a fornicator. You know you're a hater of dignities, like it says in Timothy. You know you despise government, you can't stand leadership. Oh, I can't stand leadership. They always getting on the woman. Well, then you get on the damn woman then.
Right.
They get mad when we get on the women, but then no women get on themselves. Why don't you change it then? Until then, chef up. Get mad when we get on the doggone women, but don't know women want to get on the women. Sisters don't want to offend each other, but they get offended when the man get on them. Hypocrites, man. I see some jerk on Facebook. Yeah, I'm on Facebook now. I'm on Facebook now. And to this day, I dread it. I dread Facebook, but I can't stand Facebook. Tell me that. I can't stand Facebook. I cannot stand social media. Yes, I said it. I can't stand social media. It's a platform that we use for the truth, but I just can't stand it by what it's been used for. I just can't stand it. Sister get on the group on Facebook doing bishop class, while the class is on. Tell us, not all women are bad. When did Bishop ever say that? When have you ever heard any leader in IUIC say all women are bad? We never said that. But the thing is, sisters don't like to be corrected by men. Neither do they like to be corrected by women. Which makes no sense. You don't want nobody to correct you. You think you're just going to get to the kingdom off your own understanding. And yes, don't even correct yourself. You want fringes on and the ability to do what the hell you want to do. And it don't work like that. It don't work like that. So sisters, I'm going to tell y'all something. Where's the camera? Sisters, if y'all don't like men correcting y'all, correct yourselves. Why don't y'all sisters correct each other? If y'all don't like men correcting y'all. If you don't like for a man to come down on you with the Bible, then you sisters step up and correct each other. Otherwise, until Christ comes back, it's going to be classes on y'all. Every other week. So if you don't like it, fix the problem. We want to thank you, sisters, you wonderful, righteous women, for supplying the men with new moon dainties.
That's right.
Dainty sweets and good cooked food. All praise to the Lord. I say, you righteous women, that's what we like right there.
That's right.
That's what we like. We like sisters to make sure that the brothers are fed to go out and go to war. All praise to the Most High. Sisters that made breakfast this morning, fruit and bagels, and sisters brought some, what was that? Some jerk chicken salad. I ain't never heard of it, but it sounds good. All praises. Sisters made some key lime pie.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Good. All praises. I don't eat key lime pie, but I heard it was good. Some sweet potato pie.
Right.
All praise to the Most High. Sister made some greens and turkey.
Oh, the green was on fire.
That was probably the best.
Oh, yeah.
The best thing on the menu was the greens and turkey.
That's right.
All praise to the Most High. Oh, the macaroni and cheese. Oh!
Yeah, that was great.
The macaroni and cheese was off the chain.
Oh, yeah.
All praise. See, those are the type of spirits we need to build. We need them type of spirits to build. With the unleavened bread, the cornbread.
Right. Baked beans.
Oh, the baked. Don't get me started about the baked beans, bro. Don't get me started about the baked beans. Those are the type of spirits we need to build this truth, man. And y'all missed out on the lasagna. Y'all missed out. See, I can't share with y'all.
Oh, like sweet potato pie.
Just like the sweet potato pie. I cannot share the sweet potato pie or the lasagna with y'all. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It is what it is. All praise to the Most High. Go to Psalms 119. But those are the type of spirits we need to build. That's laying up treasures in heaven. That's how you do it. For sisters that don't know, that's how you do it. You make us want to go to camp. Hey, bro, we good. We done ate good last night, new moon, Sabbath coming in. We going to camp. And we going to teach our behind off in camp. Because we know when we get back, sisters got us.
Right.
That's how you lay your treasures up in heaven. Keep doing what y'all doing. For you sisters that willing to put in the work, keep doing what you're doing. That's how you lay up your treasures in heaven. Help the men. Help the men push the work. When you read about the board, matter of fact, get that. Because the sister asked about the board too. When you read about the board, right, go to Judges chapter 5. And, is it chapter 5? Yeah. Go to Judges chapter 5 and verse 9. Watch what the board said. Go ahead.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 5 and verse 9. My heart is toward the governors of Israel.
The board, the prophetess, said our heart is toward the governors. You know what I mean? She was assisting the men. She was making sure the men were set straight. She was making sure that they didn't lack anything. She was making sure that their plate wasn't too heavy for them. Making sure she was putting in the work. She was laying up her treasures in heaven. Read again.
My heart is toward the governors of Israel.
Read on.
That offered themselves willingly.
That offered themselves willingly. These brothers here, we offered ourselves willingly. Nobody put a gun to our head and told us to go out there and risk our life to teach our people. We did it willingly. The Lord called us and we took off. We're doing it willingly. The poor was assisting the men of Israel who offered themselves willingly. You know what I mean? She was making sure, like sisters did last night and this morning and today. Making sure that we not worried about, oh, sisters brought provisions, chewy bars and water and Gatorade. Hell, when we out there teaching, we get parched. Mouth be all dry. Be teaching for hours. When you swallow, your throat hurt. It's so dry. We need that water. We need them chewy bars to give us some life to continue to teach the word of God. We need that. We need that water to you know, to make sure our throats are moist to bring out the word. So when brothers read, they don't be cracking. We need that. So you sisters that's putting in the word, all praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. That's how you lay up your treasure in heaven. Go to Psalms 119:11.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 11.
You brothers that don't do nothing, shame on you. You brothers that talk about the vaccine is the chip, the mark of the beast is the vaccine, shame on you. Go kick rocks on I-95. I-95 is in, that's Florida. What's the highway out here? I-25? I-70, I-25. Go kick rocks on Colfax. Everybody know about Colfax over here. Don't that go straight through California, something like that? Go kick rocks on Colfax.
It don't end.
It don't end?
Well, it's the longest road or street
Dang.
in America.
Longest road in America, huh? Go to Psalms 119:11. Read that.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 11.
Go ahead.
Thy word have I hid in mine heart, that I might not sin against thee.
Thy word have I hid in my heart. That's that treasure. That I might not sin against thee. So you got to keep that word, keep that treasure in you. So what it means to lay up your treasure in heaven, put in the work. Put in the work. Because when you, what is that in Baruch? Go to Baruch 4:28.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 28.
Go ahead.
For as it was your mind to go astray from God, so, being returned, seek him 10 times more.
Seek him 10 times more. Go to Surah 43 and 30.
This is the book of Surah, chapter 43 and verse 30.
Go ahead.
When ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as ye can.
When you glorify God, you exalt him as much as you can. What that means is, with your gift that you got, that because the Lord gave everyone in here a gift. Whether you know what it is yet or not, the Lord gave you a gift, and that gift was meant to glorify him. Hell, it could be you cook the best boiled eggs. That sister can boil some eggs. She make them things. When you crack them, the shell come right off.
Right. It don't stick.
It don't stick. It come right off. It's not too hard, but it's not too soft. That sister can boil some eggs. I'm telling you, you take that above and beyond. You boil the hell out them eggs. Because in the world, you know what we did in the world? We went above and beyond for wickedness. I'm going to tell you straight. A sister or a brother, I don't know about sisters, but I know brothers would do this. Brothers will drive 2 days straight, no sleep, for some booty. And won't even tell nobody. Brothers won't even tell nobody. Brothers be like, yeah, man, I'll be back in 2 days. Where you going? Yeah, I'm going on a business trip. That brother drive 2 days straight, don't do nothing but stop for gas. Just to go spend 10 minutes and fornicate for 10 minutes. You went above and beyond. To sell that dope? Oh! Yeah. You went above and beyond. How they put a Pepsi bottle. Made sure you put you kept the Pepsi wrap on it. Throw it out in the field. I'm not saying how I know. I just know. Putting the Pepsi bottle, throw it out in the field, and just hide it. Nobody ever know. You go above and beyond for that dope to make that money. Right. Now God says, read it again.
When ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as ye can.
Exalt the Lord as much as you can. Exalt the Lord as much as you can. When you pray, you should be thanking the Lord for mercy. Thanking the Lord for waking you up out of your deep sleep. Exalt the Lord. Read on.
For even yet will he far exceed. And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength.
Put forth all your strength. When you make that macaroni and cheese, sister, you put forth all your strength. You do it in love. You wanted the core team, you put forth all your, you just be like, I can't wait when these men get in corner, put they such in that kids' corner, beautify the place, decorate it. When you do it, put it with all your might. Because when it was birthday time, when it was Christmas time, when it was Thanksgiving time, New Year's Day, the house was lit up. Probably had lights outside the house, but probably had reindeer on your house. You got Santa Claus in your house?
I did.
I know you did. It's all right. You had Santa Claus in a sleigh with reindeer on the top of your house. It's all right. It's okay. I know some of y'all did out there.
They decked them hallways.
Decked them halls. You said deck the halls with. I know y'all did it. You had what's the name? The snowman.
Frosty.
Yeah. Frosty the snowman. You had Frosty the snowman. You had everything decked out in your house. Christmas tree. You couldn't even see the damn presents. All you saw was lights. You love cookies for Santa too?
I thought you told me you did that.
I did that. When I was little, I did that. But we ain't talking about me. We talking about you. We ain't talking about me, brother. We talking about you. I just actually doing it. She gonna tell the truth.
Yeah. Well, she gonna tell the truth. You won't know about no cookies.
Brother was leaving oatmeal cookies. Ain't gonna lie. We used to leave peanut butter cookies. And for some reason, they'd always be gone. Because I found out my mom was eating them. I was like, oh, so you're lying to me. But, you know, when we was in the world, we went above and beyond for wickedness. When brothers was going to the club, brothers made sure their shoes didn't have no scuffs on them. They made sure that if they had a raggedy car, they made sure they parked all the way away from the club. They know their car wasn't going to start up automatically. They made sure they parked all the way down the street and walked to the club. Sisters made sure their nails was done, made sure their hair was done. They made sure all of that. Made sure they had the best heels on. Made sure their breath didn't stink. All of that. But then come to the truth and you look like Aunt Jemima. Come to the truth, you look like a runaway slave.
Harriet Tubman.
Hair wrap all crop-sided. You see, look like Harriet Tubman. Yeah. Running away. Brothers don't even, hey. Now, I know it's the quarantine, so a lot of us ain't had a haircut in a while. Like me, I ain't had a haircut in a while. I ain't had a haircut because I left Florida. But brothers got the luxury of going to the haircut place and won't even get a haircut. Brother like doggone Chewbacca. Hey, when you was in the world, you made sure you was fresh. You made sure you had the perfect lineup. You made sure the tape was fresh. You made sure your hair was what is it, you know, they shape it up.
Right, trimmed up.
Trimmed up. Faded, whatever. Yeah. Made sure you had a pack of gum in your pocket, just in case. You made sure. But in the truth, we don't give a doggone. We don't care. We think, oh, we made it already because I know who I am. I keep my fringes on. It don't work like that. Read verse 30 again. We almost done.
Verse 30. When ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as ye can.
Exalt him as much as you can. Go ahead.
For even yet will he far exceed.
Read.
And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength.
Put forth all your strength. Go ahead.
And be not weary.
And now here's the point. Be not weary. Don't think you're doing too much. Trust me. Read on. Watch what God say.
For ye can never go far enough.
You can never do enough. The Lord said you can stay up for 10 years straight and do nothing but put in the work for 10 years straight. God said it's still not enough. You got to continue to lay up your treasures in heaven.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.